who has devoted his life to fighting for religious freedom.
The one thing that a totalitarian regime cannot allow are citizens who hold an allegiance to one higher than the government. So whenever you see that type of oppressive regime coming into play, the first flashpoint will always be religious freedom. I have never seen anything like what we're seeing now. Now we're seeing cases where the government wants to force people to violate their religion. I mean, it's the ultimate intolerance, and we've seen it in lots of examples. I mean, the wedding cakes, the bakers.
This is the Christian baker in Colorado who's forced to bake a cake, even though he believes that gay marriage is wrong. It violates his conscience, but they're going to make him do it.
We have clients from Oregon that had the same situation with custom wedding cakes. You'll find that in every case, they serve everybody. They serve every LGBT person. It's just when they're asked to endorse certain messages, they can't endorse that there's a problem. Do you really want the government to force people to say things they don't want to say? Does anybody really believe that the government should punish a black baker because he won't bake a cake for the Klan rally? They're trying to force people to engage in affirmative actions that violate their conscience.
Isn't this part of the political strategy of the activist left?
Yeah, it's the ultimate intolerance. The idea of trying to use the power of the government to force somebody who disagrees with you, that's as un-American as anything I can think of.
To me, the case of the Bladensburg Cross is a perfect representation of the absurdity.
Justices on the U.S. Supreme Court will decide whether a cross on public land in Maryland constitutes an illegal endorsement of religion by the government.
It's a veterans memorial that was put up almost 100 years ago by mothers who lost their sons in World War I and by the American Legion. But then, come along decades later, the American humanists said, hey, wait, you can't have this big cross on government land, separation of church and state.
And if that point of view prevailed, couldn't one take the same logic to Arlington Cemetery?
Absolutely. One of the judges said, why don't we just cut the arms off the cross? Because that way,